Let's divide these exponential expressions. I want to point out one thing, that is which exponents apply to what. This exponent of 2 on the outside of the parentheses is going to apply to every single base inside the parentheses. This exponent of negative 3, however, is only going to apply to that y that's in the numerator. And this exponent of negative 2 applies only to the x that's in the denominator. Okay, so knowing all that, let's first of all apply that exponent of 2 to all of the bases inside of the parentheses. So we're going to apply that to the negative 2. So we get negative 2 squared, and then we get x squared, and y to the negative 3 squared. That takes care of the numerator, and that 2 is also going to apply as an exponent to each of the bases in the denominator. So we get 3 squared, x to the negative 2 squared, and then y squared. Let's look at the numerator and do simplifying that we can there. So we have negative 2 squared. So if we square negative 2, we get a positive 4. And then x squared just stays x squared. And y to the negative 3 squared, we're going to multiply 2 and negative 3, so it becomes y to the negative 6. Now let's look at the denominator. 3 squared, 3 times 3 gives us a 9. And then we've got x to the negative 2 squared. We have exponent to an exponent, so we multiply. We get x to the negative 4. And then y squared. Okay. We want to write each base one single time. So we're going to apply some more rules of exponents here. I'm going to put the 4/9 in there because there's nothing we can do to simplify those. But then we've got an x squared in the numerator, x to the negative 4 in the denominator. So what we do is we take that base of x, and we're going to take x with an exponent of 2, and we subtract the exponent on the x in the denominator. So we are subtracting a negative 4. Okay, so it is looking like that. Let's look at the y. Same thing, we've got y as a base in the numerator and the denominator. So we're going to subtract the exponent. So we have y to the negative 6, and then from that negative 6 we subtract a 2. Let's keep going. So we've got 4, and doing that subtraction on the exponent in the x, 2 minus a negative 4, that's like 2 plus 4, right? Negative, negative, we get positive, so that's x to the 6th. Okay, in denominator we still have that 9, and then that y to the negative 6 to the minus 2, that's going to give us, I'm just going to do that right here, that's going to be y to the negative 8. All right, so we've got a negative exponent in the numerator. So what that means is that we can take that base of y and put it in the denominator. All right, we're taking a reciprocal of y and making it 1 over y, which puts it in the denominator of the fraction, and then it gives us a positive exponent. So we end up with 9y to the 8 in the denominator. Okay, and there's our solution, 4x to the 6th over 9y to the 8th.